The Boys in the Band is the brand new Netflix film there was a 1970 original film, then there was an original play in 1970, then a revival with this same cast in 2018, and now we have the live action film adaptation. The film is produced by Ryan Murphy and stars the likes of Jim Parsons, Zachary Quinto, Mac Bomer, Andrew Rannells, Charlie Cover, and Roman De Jesus. As well as Brian Hutchinson, Michael Benjamin Watson, Tuck Watkins, and is the story about a birthday party in 1968 New York. A surprise guest and a drunken game leave 7 gay friends reckoning with unspoken feelings and buried truths. Welcome back to Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Zinenberg, and welcome to the brand new Netflix review. As always, every now Wednesday, it seems like we're getting a new Netflix movie, and I review every single week here on Max Talk Movies. Before I get into my non-spoiler review of The Boys in the Band, you gotta let me know in the comments section, what did you think of the film? Have you seen the original movie and the original play, or have you even seen the revival Tony Award-winning play with the same cast? And also, if you haven't seen any of those things, let me know if you enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen this movie yet, tell me, are you excited for this movie? Do you like the cast? All of those things in the comment section down below. Also, before I start, please hit that like button. If you like my Netflix reviews, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Now let's move into my non-spoiler review. So this movie is rated R, as I said earlier, 2 hours and 1 minute. So I had nothing. I went in this movie really blind. This cast was really interesting to me. Now, obviously, this is a gay story. All 7 of these actors in the lead, all the 7 friends, are actually openly gay in real life. And I did hear about this play before I did research for this movie. Found out that this was all a Tony Award-winning play with the same cast 2 years ago. So I thought the chemistry would probably be there, but it's tough to transition a play into a movie done really right when you're not really thinking about a play. So, and also I've seen a lot of these actors, Jim Parsons, Zachary Quinto, and Matt Bomer are the only actors I've seen outside in this cast before heading into this movie. So I knew they were going to be pretty good in this movie. Didn't see a trailer, just saw the poster, and I dove right into this movie. This is a really solid movie. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of issues. There are issues that I do have with the film. Now, again, I have not seen the 1970 original film. I've not seen the original theater play. I have not even seen the revival play. I come to this as blind as you can come. The cast is easily the best part of the movie. Now, just like a play, this movie it really does make its money on the dialogue and performances. This movie really does just take place in one setting, and that is Jim Parsons' character Michael's apartment for this party. Everyone comes in and out of the party the whole night. You barely get glimpses of the outside of this apartment. Maybe 95 to 97% of this movie really is just in the apartment. So you have the same setting. So it really matters is, are the performances great? Is the dialogue great? And does this feel like a play or a movie? So first, the cast. It's really great. Easily the best Jim Parsons I've seen. Again, I have not seen The Big Bang Theory. I've seen so many clips on The Big Bang Theory, but I know he's very well received there. Only other things I've seen him in were Home, which was, I think, a terrible animated movie that came out 5 years ago, and Hidden Figures in a supporting role. I really enjoyed him in Hidden Figures. He was just nominated this past year for supporting actor in a limited series for Hollywood. So he seems like he's going on a bit of a hot streak, and he is really great in this movie. He's easily the best, one of my favorite performances of the film. Very powerful performance, especially towards the end of the movie when you realize what really his character is about. Again, not spoiling the movie. He's really powerful in the movie. I probably got the most emotional for his character. Brilliant performance by Jim Parsons. Zachary Quinto, who I do have enjoyed, obviously, from Star Trek. I saw him in Snowden. I've seen him I've seen him in Heroes. So I've seen him in a lot of stuff. He steals the movie by himself. His character is Harold, who the party is for. And he doesn't come into the movie around maybe the 30, 45-minute mark. And when he does, boy, does he steal every scene, every bit of dialogue that he says. It steals the entire scene in the movie. What a great performance. Again, Matt Bomer is also really great. He was really good in the first act. He kind of disappeared in the second and the third act, which was kind of disappointing because they really set up him and Jim Parsons' character really well. And they don't really hit back on to that until the very end of the movie. So again, also, this cast, again, everyone has great chemistry with each other. De Jesus is also really great as Emery. Ranellis, who plays Larry, and Tuck Watkins, who plays Hank, they have a really, really great storyline in this movie. There's a lot of things good going on in this movie. Let's go to the dialogue next after I said my casting. The dialogue's really, really solid here. Again, some of it is just conversation, but once you really get into what the plot of the movie is, which is this game that Jim Parsons creates where you have to call someone who you've always fell in love with in the past, and you're still in love with, but you just haven't told them before. And once that game starts, the movie really, really picks up, and you're really rooting for most, if not all, of the characters in the movie. And that's when the movie really, really picks up. Now, as I said earlier, for me, I'm kind of mixed on the feeling of it feels like a movie slash a theater. I think it feels like both to me. For most of the movie, it does just feel like a play because literally it's happening in one setting. And it doesn't really feel like a movie to me. It actually does feel like a streaming movie, which does knock it down just a bit for me. Is one of my, not my big negatives, but a very small nitpick for me is that it does feel like a streaming movie or a play. It doesn't really feel like a cinematic experience. It just feels like a play or a streaming movie, which is what it is. But I don't like to do that on Netflix. I want to see a movie. So again, it's a bit of a disappointment there. As well as the first, I would say half of this movie is really, really slow, and you don't know what we're doing here. Now, obviously, I didn't see a trailer. I didn't read the plot. So I had no idea what this movie was about. I just knew that these were 7 gay guys going to this party, and this is a Tony Award-winning play. So I knew that I had high expectations for this film. I knew the cast was good. But the first act into the second act, the first 2 acts are really, really slow. As I said, really in the first act, you don't really understand where we're going with the story and what the point of this movie is. It's just typical conversation. They try to add in this character, Alan, played by Brian Hutchison, who is straight and has to get involved somehow. He'll get involved in this story soon, and you'll understand in the 1960s that probably wasn't really well received. So you'll see that storyline go. But as a whole, the movie does feel I think it was a very boring first act. Other than there's a great conversation between Bomer and Parsons, which is great. But then once everyone came over, it felt very, very slow. And as I said, once really Zachary Quinto joins the occasion, that's when the movie picks up. And then really once we get into the game, the movie becomes really, really good, which was great to see. But again, it's a negative. The movie, again, it feels like I've said this a lot this year. There's some points in movies where you're walking in, you're like, why am I watching this movie? Nothing's happening. And this movie does do that for the first, I would say, 45 minutes to hour of the movie. And it's a 2-hour movie. It is long. It does not fly by. But this is amazing to see. Lesbian, transgender, whatever, gay stories are definitely needed in Hollywood. And this is a really, really good one. Obviously, Tony Award-winning play. No, it's not going in a movie theater. It's going on Netflix, which isn't a downplay for what this story is. The story tells 7 really amazing stories about 7 gay guys, and what the relationship is, what it's like should you be depressed about telling yourself to not believe that you're gay, not to believe you're homosexual, those type of things. This movie really, really hits on. Now, obviously, I can't relate to that, but I know a lot of you out there who are watching can really, really relate to this. This movie is a really, really good watch. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars, guys, a 68%. I think it's a really fine, solid movie for Netflix. It's not one of my favorites of the year. It's really in the mid-tier for me of the year. I thought I was missing a little too. At times, it really did feel like a play. And at times, the movie was really, really slow and boring, particularly in the first half of the movie. But again, the movie really picks up for a really amazing and very powerful third act. Once again, before I go, please do the like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, all this type of stuff. Before I go, also, I'll let you know that I'm going to be busy this week making videos. Tomorrow, I'll be doing because it will be October 1st, I'll be ranking you all the movies I saw in the month of September. I've now seen 8, including this one. This Friday, there's a new Netflix movie. I'll review that. As well, on Friday, I'll be doing my spoiler review and non-spoiler review of the first season of Raised by Wolves on HBO Max. Then Saturday, I'll be giving you my non-spoiler review for Ted Lasso. Saturday, I'll be doing a live stream with my friend Joe. It's going to be and then Monday, I'm back doing my episode spoiler reviews of Lovecraft Country. So I'm busy. The best way to find out when my videos drop is to ring that bell for notifications so you know when my videos drop. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining me on this review. I'll guys see you in the next one.